Hey everybody, this is David at Barnyard Bees. And right off the bat, I want to announce, before we go any further, March the 16th, we are going to have our first coffee bee chat at our store. And those of you that's not familiar with our coffee bee chat, we have scheduled for that day from 10 o'clock till 2 o'clock. Everyone's welcome to come in. We have free coffee and donuts, and myself, my business partner Jimmy, his wife, some other very well-known beekeepers in the area, Gary Beavers. We will be there to answer any questions that beekeepers have to help them get started into beekeeping. We've done this. We started this last year, and it worked out very well. We had people come from Alabama. We had people drive 5 to 6 hours just to come chat with us at Barnyard Bees, and it worked out very, very well. And we're hoping that we can help people get started in beekeeping and answer any questions that they might have. So everyone's welcome. The address is 215B Market Street, Chatsworth, Georgia. And I'll put all the information up. And at the end of this video, on the upper right hand corner, you'll see another video. Now this video explains to the new beekeeper what they need to get started in beekeeping. So I'm going to post that up there where people will see it. The video's done very well. I'm hoping that it's helped a lot of people. We explain a lot of the equipment and stuff that you need to get started. And another thing I want to talk about today is our boxes. Now this is equipment that we still got a lot to build. I've probably got, I don't know, maybe 300 or 400 boxes right here total. And lids, feeders. I brought back from our place where we built them yesterday 125 boxes and 150 lids, I think. But you need to get started. Now's the time to get your equipment and get it built and have it ready. Even get your stand built. And I have a video about making stands, how we make our Barnyard Bee stands. They're very simple. They just consist of cement blocks stood upright and a 4x4 sitting on top of them. Now a lot of people will say, well, those things will topple over in wind. Folks, I've never had one blow over, not one. And we've had hard winds here, and not one of them has ever even come close to blowing over. Not even close. So the boxes here, I wanted to go over these a little bit. And if you would also check in the description at the end of this video, go down in the description, and I'm going to put the plans on how to build these. I've done this in previous videos, but I just wanted to refresh people, and a lot of people haven't seen our channel before, and a lot of people have been asking for our dimensions and building instructions on these, and we've had it in older videos, but some people just had an opportunity to dig them up and see them, so I'm going to put them down in the description. This is our 5-frame nuke that we make. We make these out of Advantech. You do not have to make them out of Advantech. You can use plywood. These are 3/4 inch. You do not have to use 3/4 inch. You can use 1/2 inch. The 3/4 inch Advantech is very, very strong, and that's the reason we use it. It's completely waterproof. A lot of people look at it and say, why are you using OSB board? This is not OSB board, I can assure you. This stuff right here has done an underwater test of over 200 days underwater, and they pulled the sheet out and it looked exactly the way it did the day they stuck it in the water. This stuff does not change. We store these out in the weather And the only thing that they'll do, you can see right here, this is some of our feeder boards that we use. You can see the very top of it. Here is, we set our high top feeder down in those, kind of getting off subject a little bit. That's what we stick inside of those for people that want to use 8 or 10 frames. You pull your inner cover out, or you can use your inner cover. But those that don't want to use an inner cover, we use these to set on our 8 frame or 10 frame, and then the feeder will seat down inside of it. So, but what I was wanting to show you is these, you can see right here, these are brand new. I just had brought here yesterday. You can see these right here that's been here for a while. The only weathering that they do is they'll turn a little bit of color. And usually OSB board or plywood on the end would done had rotted out, because these have been here since last year. And but the stuff doesn't rot. But just to show people that you don't have, it's Advantech is very good, but some people just can't get it. So if you can't, get you some plywood, 3/4 inch, 1/2 inch, whatever you want to use. Go by the instructions. They're very easy to make. But like I said, that's the 5 frame. And these, which I've showed in other videos, is our 2 frame Nucs that we use for mating queens. These are fantastic for swarms, because a lot of times your swarms are kind of small, you know, a lot of times up to 3 pounds. These things are perfect. And like I said, they're 2 frames. I got 2 old frames sitting down inside. But these things, for the common beekeeper, for people that just not into making queens a lot, you know, if you make less than 100 queens a week, these things here are perfect. Now, let me show you this little box right here. Now, here's what the commercial, see if I can get this lid off of it one-handed. The commercial, the big commercial queen rears, they use these very, very, very tiny mini mating Nucs. Now, these are very high maintenance. They take a lot of time, because when that queen, when they install a virgin queen or a queen cell in here, most of the time queen cell, and when that queen comes back and mates and starts laying, they pull her out, put her in a cage, she's ready to sell. That's how quick they do these. This right here is that holds sugar water to feed them. But you got to be fast on these, and unless you're working a bee yard full time, they go through these the big I'm talking about the queen breeders that have 10,000 plus hives. They run these, but they got 3 or 4 or 5 people working these little Nucs every day, every single day, all day long. So they'll go in them and check and set the queens back. So they're very high maintenance. They work very well, but it takes a lot of time. And that's why, like I said, and 100 queens a week may sound a lot, but it's really not. Now these right here are perfect for that amount or under. And they're very low maintenance. They're versatile. They take a deep frame, and for some reason, if it gets overcrowded and you want to, it's so easy to move these over and do a split and expand over into a 5 frame, or pull 1 frame out. And then when you stock these, we stock them with 1 frame of bees. That's it. And then we'll put a frame beside it like this that will have a starter strip, or the little tab right here that you break off. We'll coat this in wax and invert it and staple it back in, and they'll draw down on that fine as well. So I'll put the plans in there so that you can see these. You won't go wrong with making these. They're wonderful. Now the feeders that we use, we did make the homemade version feeder, the type that's made out of wood, that has the hardware cloth that they climb up on. A lot of mess. They're just not, I don't like them personally, but some people do, and that's fine if that's what you like to make. But we use the rapid feeders, and you can, these just sit down on top like that. Of course, you'll have a lid that goes on top of it, and inside this feeder here that we make that goes on these Nucs is the hole, of course, where the feeder sits. This is a little bit dirty, kind of excuse it. I just picked it up out of the storage building there, and it was an old one from last year. But it'll seat down inside like that, and it's got ventilation here, here, and exits here and here. Ventilation is very important. That's why we run these on the hives year round, because it's constantly giving you ventilation. Through the winter, when moisture will come up and condensate down on your bees, and in the summertime when they need ventilation for cooling. So very important. Now, we even use these on these little two framers, believe it or not, and they kind of look a little bit funny, but but they work, and they work great. Doesn't hurt a thing that they may look a little bit funny, but they work wonderful. And but I just wanted to go over that with you a little bit. Now, these feeders, we do sell these at the store, barnyardbees.com, or call the store 971-2700, area code 706. I'll put all the information in the description, or wherever you get these. You know, if you buy them elsewhere, but just get you some of these, because you will love them. You will absolutely love them. And let's see what else I want to go over with you. But equipment, like I said, is very important. Think ahead. Try to get your equipment ahead of time and get it built, get it set up. You're ready to go for your bees, whether you get packages or Nucs or whatever you get. So it's pretty chilly out here this morning. It was 27 degrees, and I just checked my phone, it's showing 30 degrees. So of course the bees are in cluster, no movement. They was a few flying yesterday, and I looked down at the temperature and it showed like 42 degrees, 41, 42 degrees, and they would just start, but it never did warm up much past that. So you got Lizzie the bee dog, she follows me everywhere. But another thing I want to mention, folks, do your homework. New beekeepers especially, and I can't say this enough, study up, study up. Don't wait. We have so many people that they'll wake up on a spring morning and walk out and see the flowers and see a honeybee on the flower and go, hey, I want to be a beekeeper. And they're ordering their bees and not knowing anything about it. So start now. Start studying. It's crunch time right now. If you're wanting to get into beekeeping, it's late January. So you need to get on the ball and start studying. We have a lot of YouTube videos that are very helpful. And like I said, I'll put the link in the upper right hand corner to the video that has what a beekeeper needs to get started. Very instructional. It'll help you out a lot. So that's about it. Always check down in the description too, because there's a lot of times when I get done with the video, I'll think about something else, and then I'll write it in the description. So that's about it for today. Don't forget, click on the little bell. You'll be notified of new videos. Like and subscribe, and pass these videos along to anyone that you know. We're out there to help the new beekeeper, even the advanced beekeeper, but we focus a lot on the new beekeeper and trying to get people started and helped out that's just getting into beekeeping, and we're trying to help everybody out. That's about it. Don't forget, like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. Barnyard Bees.